le ministre français de l'Intérieur, Bernard Cazeneuve, et moi-même tenons à exprimer notre gratitude
I'd like to express our gratitude to all our colleagues from the member states who have not only expressed yet again their solidarity, their support, they have also asked to convey to the French people their message of solidarity, their condolences, and we were particularly sensitive to the fact that they all made an effort to express themselves, to express this message in French. We are very concerned by the quality of judicial cooperation for conducting our judicial investigations. We have some instruments available for such investigations, depend on the quality of our relationships with the countries concerned by investigations, given the personalities of the terrorists involved and their background. So we have put in place an instrument for international cooperation, international support, and judicial support, and this has been done speedily so that we can obtain information for conducting international investigations on vehicles which were, for example, rented in Belgium, or on the people concerned, the 7 terrorists who were killed in these attacks. We have also been able to mobilize the European arrest warrant, which is a very useful tool, a very swift instrument, which is particularly effective. And at our request, on Sunday, Belgium issued a European arrest warrant, which has mobilized all law enforcement organizations in Europe. We also have a very effective system that we can mobilize for specific investigations. This is the joint investigation team. We have decided with Belgium to set up a joint investigation team on the tragedy that occurred last week in Paris, and I have given my agreement, as has the Belgian Minister of Agreement, on Monday for this joint investigation team to be established. So we have mobilized all the cooperation instruments that exist. We've also been able to mobilize the CRIS, which is the information system on the judicial records, the criminal records of individuals, which allow us to obtain information in the criminal records and to obtain in real time information which has been useful to the investigations carried out by the counter-terrorist team in Paris. In January, we asked that the CRIS system should be extended to third-party countries which are capable of providing us with background information on the judicial records of individuals, of suspects. We've also asked, in order to reinforce the reliability of the information, we have asked for the storage and transmission of fingerprints should also be included in the CRIS system. So we'd like to thank the Luxembourg presidency and the European Commission for accepting to hold this meeting today very quickly, and also for working very closely with us in France so as to arrive at the conclusions of today's meetings, which will reassure us. We know that by the end of the year, the provisions that we have been asking for a long time, the measures that we've been asking for a long time, will be implemented before the end of the year. They concern the CRIS system. They also concern a request regarding the revision and updating of the framework decision of 2008, which defines the incriminations that can be used for terrorist acts. And by the end of 2015, this framework decision framework will be revised so that incriminations which are contained in resolution adopted by the UN in September 2014, the resolution unanimously adopted in all the EU countries, which will make it possible to incriminate people who travel for terrorist activities, who finance those trips, who organize or facilitate those trips by terrorists. Regarding the financing of terrorism, we have made significant progress in these conclusions, and we are very pleased about this. We would like to thank very sincerely and warmly the Luxembourg presidency and the European Commission for the efforts they have made in a very short time so that we can get quick results in terms of implementing these new tools and instruments that we have asked for. There are a lot of things that remain to be improved. We need to work more on the existence in all European countries of the equivalent of a search warrant that would allow us more easily to arrest suspects who have been identified. On the 19th of October, we met here to work on the prevention of radicalization. The conclusions of our meeting on October the 19th have been validated. They will allow us to share our experiences. They will allow us to share the assessments that we make of the systems we have set up in our respective countries, and to harmonize our activities so that we can win the battle of recruiting of radicalized people. So the people who recruit radicalized young people have enormous resources, financial resources, logistical resources, the ability, military resources as well. And above all, they have great control over, they master modern technologies. They're very good at propaganda. So they can deploy a lot of forces across all continents. So it's very important to work on the conditions in which young people are radicalized and recruited for radicalization purposes. The fight against radicalization, the de-radicalization efforts, the activities against indoctrination are key to reduce the ability of recruiters to radicalize young people. So we are strongly committed to this. The conclusions of our meeting validate those that we came to in October, and very soon we will multiply our capacity, our ability to fight against violent radicalization, thanks to the action we will take in a more coordinated way.